In this video, we will use a Microsoft Form as an AT follow-up and data collection tool. I'm starting in Microsoft Forms, which can be found in your app's waffle. If you don't see it listed, be sure to scroll to the bottom and select Explore all your apps. We'll look at a form I have set up called AT Follow-up. You can see my basic form, which includes a section on demographics on the student and the person completing the form. It is followed by a section requesting information from the student's IEP, as they should be using their AT towards achieving an IEP goal, such as an ELA standard. In order to illustrate the uses of this form, I will be selecting that the student is not using their AT. From this side, we can see that this question causes my form to branch, based on whether I say yes or no. You can see my branching when you select the menu in the bottom corner. This shows that my branching will take the respondent to the AT Student Outcomes question for a yes, or the AT Barriers section for a no. If you need more information on how to set up a Microsoft Form for branching, you will find an excellent YouTube tutorial from the Collaboration Coach channel. This video is linked in the Productivity Tips handout provided in our AT AIM UDL PLC for Spring 2024. If you are looking for this resource, please reach out on our contacts page at our main website, www.tlc-mtss.com. For now, we'll go back to our form and try it out. I'm going to fill out our form based on how Tommy Thompson is doing, and my name is Mary Poppins. You can see my ELA goal for the student to use his AAC to meet a state standard, but he's not making progress towards this goal. You can see the form branch for me as I skip over AT outcomes and go straight to AT barriers, where I report the AT is broken. Once I submit, I see the custom post-submit page, which guides responders to our main page, but also provides a link to book time with me. I'm also given the option to get a copy of my responses. Let's take a look at the results. When I select the form from my account, my first view is to edit the questions page, but I'm going to switch over to the responses page. From there, Forms will make a spreadsheet for me when I click Open in Excel. You'll want it to do this for you, as it will save you a lot of time and will give you some added features. In my spreadsheet, I see my response about Tommy Thompson. I've highlighted no responses with conditional formatting just to help draw my attention to these when I look at my spreadsheet. However, when Microsoft Forms makes the spreadsheet for you, not only does it use your questions and as column titles, it actually makes it into a pivot table. You'll notice these little arrows next to the column's title. This allows me to show only the answers I'm interested in, while hiding the ones I'm not interested in. For example, I can select the arrow next to the progress title and have the form only show me students that are making poor progress. All the other choices are hidden but not erased. In order to go back to seeing them all, I simply go back to that column title and select all answer choices again. Perhaps you'd rather look at the results from the form side. I can go back to Forms and look at my results there. It defaults to the aggregate view, showing the answers for all of the form submissions I have received. In these examples, I can see that I have an overall problem with AT not being used. I can also see graphs as to the reasons why. But what if I want the report on just this one student? Well, I can go back to the top and select View Results. This allows me to look at individual responses. I'll go across until I see Tommy Thompson's result. From here, I can view his results and even get a printout of only his responses. In our next video, we will look at how we can take the no on this spreadsheet and automate an email to notify me immediately when someone reports that they are no longer using their AT. That way, I will be notified as soon as the problem occurs, rather than relying on me to come back to this spreadsheet to check answers. See you there.
Funding for this service is provided by the Bureau of Exceptional Student Education, Florida Department of Education. The inclusion of technologies in this library and/or described in this content should not be considered as an endorsement of any particular item or device. The instructional appropriateness of any of these technologies must be determined at the local level.